Natalie really, I couldn't, first of all, I get being scared, but she had a full-on panic attack. And it's not funny, but low-key, I was cracking up a little bit because she really said, I can't do it. Like, she really was doing that. I was like, ew, I never heard you sound like that in my damn life.
She in the club like, yeah.
Ew, what the fuck? You want to talk about I run that late, I run that.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, top, top.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Ahna Mac, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And today we are back at it again with another Baddies recap, something that you guys really hold dear to your hearts. So we are going to dive in and discuss the last two episodes that we had watched, especially the one that just came out as well. So this will be episode 13 and 14. We're doing two episodes at a time for the Baddies recaps.
We do. So
just bear with us. And if you're new to this podcast, just know that we are a pop culture podcast. We cover things like celebrity drama, Zeus Network, particularly Baddies, reality TV, and things of that nature. So just tap in and get ready for your weekly dose of mess because we're here to give it to you.
Yeah. Right? And before we start, just want to give a shout out to everybody that has come to the new channel. We're really enjoying to see everybody come over, support the new channel on its own foundation. It's very exciting. Thank you guys again. We really appreciate it. And we're reading all the comments and we love all the feedback.
Love all the feedback. Love the comments. Love the love and the support. Really appreciate y'all. So we just hope that you stick around till the end.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be some tea. So with that being said, let's just dive right into it, starting from episode 13.
Yeah, that one was packed episode.
It was a lot going on from Ahna and Mariah Lynn.
I think that was like the whole episode.
That was the whole episode. But there are some things that I caught that, of course, I have to clock.
Right.
So let's start off with episode 13. So in the beginning, of course, it starts off with the scene with Callie and Ahna Mac having the discussion about the whole situation with Mariah's mom.
Is that where they started off, or was it with Natalie? It starts
with the
Diamond.
house meetings.
No, with Diamond and Natalie.
With the house meeting where she was like, I want to do a house meeting.
Yeah.
But I'm tired. I don't want to do any more house meetings.
Yeah, that's where it starts off.
That is where it starts off. It does start off there. I guess I just point out the important parts. But I guess, we still have to talk about that because Natalie does mention her little tampon comment where everybody's like, oh my God, Natalie's not a girl's girl, right? And honestly, are we shocked?
Right.
Are we surprised? Is this something that's really a huge, crazy, eye-opening factor that, oh my God, Natalie, I am not surprised at all.
Well, to the people who don't know, Diamond the body on this, there was a part where Diamond's shaking her butt or whatever.
Right. Towards the end of the scene before, after they are talking about the house meeting, the girls eventually walk off. And in the end of the scene, Diamond is over the ledge trying to shake her ass or do some shit. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
But then, of course, Natalie calls her ew, your tampon string is showing, ew, and all this stuff.
Being a mean girl, which is in character of Natalie.
In character, very on brand for Natalie Nunn.
For sure. And then recently, Diamond went online because they're beefing now online. And we'll talk about that. But recently, she went online to talk about that scene in particular. And it's funny because, I mean, we've been knew Natalie wasn't a girl's girl, though.
Right.
She pimps these girls out.
She
what
really
do they
does.
do? What do they do in Dubai? Come on. We're not dumb. Let's be real. We've seen the OnlyFans Twitter videos. Come on. Let's be real.
Well, with that being said, I don't know. Another thing that I want to add that's probably irrelevant, but for some reason, I just feel like the older women of the older generation, they're really not girls. It's a thing that you see. It's not a lot of them that are girls, okay? Let's be real. But aside from that, whatever. Natalie's always been that type of bitch. So I'm not shocked. To me, it flew over my head, to be honest. I didn't even think about it. Everybody was like, oh my God, why would she do that?
It's so her.
Right.
That's the thing that people forget, that because they look at Natalie, they're like, oh, they just idolize her and put her on a pedestal so much.
Right.
But really, she's the same person that, you know, we see time and time again.
Right. Like, she hasn't changed. There's a lot of things that she does, like I said, that's very on brand for her.
For sure.
So then after that, it goes to the scene with Ahna Mac and Callie.
Yeah.
So there was something that was said amongst Ahna and Callie.
Callie and Ahna are having a conversation, and they're kind of like, at this point, still kind of giving their side of the story. I don't know. They said that like Callie flip-flopped her stories or whatever. I don't know, because I feel like there was just a lot of he said, she said, especially when they were talking, Callie and Ahna, whatever. But what I do want to talk about is how it's so funny, because obviously Callie is very opinionated on this because of her personal experience with her mother. So she's definitely on Mariah Lynn's side. But what I find mad funny online is people saying that Callie is a colonizer sympathizer. That shit cracks me up, yo. And they be saying like, oh, she be siding with the wrong people, because it's like first it's Gretch and now Mariah Lynn. Like, you know, she's like, yo, I was dying when I heard that. I'm like, yo, y'all are fucked up.
I mean, that is a fair point. I mean, I can't even dispute that. That's a fair point. But a lot of people were also saying that, you know, Callie, her story was switching up a couple of times, which we did see it happen when she was brought into the room with Ahna Mac and Mariah Lynn when they were about to fight or whatever.
Yeah.
This is what she said. She was saying that Ahna didn't have to walk back to the table and say, just to let you know, I fight old bitches too. She said that she originally left and that she came back and said that. But when she was brought with all the other girls, with Mariah and Ahna there, Ahna was saying no, like it was. I was already, I was already there. And while Callie was there, that's when it happened. I didn't walk away and come back. And that's when you see the switch up a little bit. Because then Callie was like, yeah, you said it like that right there. But you never mentioned that she walked. That was the question. Did she walk away or was she there already? But Ahna was like, I was already there. I didn't walk away and come back.
Right.
It was already happening right there.
Okay.
So that was where the switch up was a little bit, because Callie said you left and then came back, which then Ahna said I never left and came back.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all. When it was like the he said, she said shit, I felt like I clocked out on keeping tabs on where it went wrong. Because at the end of the day, right, what happened was very simple. Mariahlynn's mother attacked somebody and she got consequences for it. That's it. It doesn't matter who it is.
Right.
It might probably hurt Ahna, because obviously now we're seeing on this episode too that it bothered her that she had to do that. But that doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, when you're reactive like that, when you're in a self-defense mode, you'll be surprised at what you're capable of doing.
Right.
And I feel like people are so quick to criticize Ahna and how she reacted, because they're like, oh, my mom. But at the end of the day, yo, if it was you, you'd probably be on the same boat. And if you're not, you're weird, because there's like, for real, like it's just a fight or flight moment. Like there's no personal feelings. And that's one of the things too, like with the scene with Tsiki and Mariah, when they were talking about it, Tsiki was clocking it. Like, you wouldn't do the same thing, Mariah. What did you expect her to do?
Right. And then, you know, Mariah was like, no, I would have walked away. And then Tsiki's like, Mariah, you know damn well you lying. Like, she actually was like calling her out on her bullshit. Like, you know you're not going to just sit there and let some random woman hit you.
Right.
Like, she's just trying to save face. That was the vibe.
That's because at the end of the day, it's like one of those things. It's my mom, so I'm going to defend her. So, okay, yeah, it's true, but you know your mom was wrong.
Right. Like, you should take that up with your mother, because she shouldn't have done that. But then my thing is, what are you saying to your mom that she felt so comfortable in attacking Ahna Mac like that?
Well, the thing is also, that's one thing.
That's the part. So what have you said? And that's why I'm like, why hasn't, you know, Ahna said anything to ask Mariah? That wasn't brought up. What did you say to your mother to make her feel so comfortable wanting to attack me?
That's why I feel like it got something to do with Lemmy. That's why, because they can't talk about it. I forgot where I saw this information from. I think they said it. I think Tsiki went on live and was recapping because they were criticizing her and how she reacted. And she was saying how something along the lines of, you know you can't talk about it. We can't talk about it on TV, or you're going to lose your job. Some shit like that. Insinuating that. I don't know where I got that information from, but I know I heard it somewhere. And I was like, you see, I'm telling y'all, there is something. That's the only time That's the only time you don't hear about shit. Remember when Scotty and Natalie were fighting? Yeah. What was it over? Lemmy.
But they said it was food over food.
Right. Please, come on, save me with the bullshit. Every time they can't talk about it or they're losing their job,
and
it's
then
about
he just happened to be there too. Like in their fight, their second fight, he just happened to be there in the background. Please. Talk about some hey. Like, boy, conveniently you was in that. You know what? Right. Conveniently, you just happen to be there for that scene. You're never in the scene.
That's why I feel like there's just things we're missing here. And we're not done.
There are missing pieces to this puzzle for sure. For sure. So moving on, we do have our next scene, which is with Tinka, Bella, and Roelly. And so they are having this conversation. And this is why I feel like Meatball is hating on Tinka, because in her confessional, she was saying, what she's saying is to them, or in her confession. No, it was in her confessional. She said that she felt like with Tink, when she got her chain, it was an aha moment. Yeah. It was like an aha, I got this, you did it. Why would it feel like that though? And I feel like if it feels like that to you, you gotta ask yourself, are you hating because you feel like you lack something? Because not once did Tink say, I got my baddie chain and you didn't. She wasn't like rubbing it in your face. She was genuinely just happy for herself. She wasn't saying, aha, look at you, Meatball. Like, she wasn't saying anything in any way that was condescending or degrading towards Meatball and her character on the show, or insinuating why she couldn't get a baddie chain. Not once did she say that. Yeah. So for Meatball to say, I felt like it was an aha moment, she was trying to rub it in my face, it shows that you're hating because you internally feel that way about yourself. Yeah. That's what haters do. This is just the facts. And like, listen, I've been there. So I exactly know what a hater does. I know. So Meatball, you are hating. I do understand her feelings. They're valid, but I feel like that comes with when you set expectations and have this entitled attitude towards your friends that shouldn't be there. That's what comes with that. You feel like you're entitled to certain things because you and her are sisters. Remember when you told me she made that comment like, oh, you only flew me out to Miami. You didn't fly me out to Spain. I wanted to go to Spain.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up. So at first, I'm not going to lie, I wanted to give Meatball the benefit of the doubt because, I understand what it's like to be in that. I mean, I don't understand, but I can imagine myself in those lights, in that environment, and not trusting anybody, right? So I'm confused and whatever. So I wanted to give Meatball the benefit of the doubt that there was like an edit thing, right? Like there was something we were missing. I'm always in tune with that because how many things have we seen recorded and never made it onto the show, right? So it's like I wanted to give Meatball the benefit of the doubt. But thank God we wait 2 weeks to do these recaps because now I'm really like, it's unfortunate, but I really do think she's a hater. Yeah. And everything she's said after the show and online this past week or so has shown nothing but jealousy, entitled. You didn't even have to audition to get on the show.
Tink did.
You didn't have to fight to get on this show. That part. So you got on the show, didn't audition, and then you just thought you deserved the baddie chain because what? You had TikTok clout?
That's what it's giving. Like she's low-key mad that she didn't get the baddie chain, but Tink got it instead of her.
Meanwhile, Tink worked to get there. She really did.
Honestly, she has a really nice personality. Like, let's be real. She's funny, she's personable, and she's the one that's really interacting with everybody.
Yeah, she's playing her cards right.
Exactly.
She's politicking.
She knows what the fuck she's doing. And it's like, Meatball, you're not doing that. You walk in there stuck up. Like, let's be real. You're not putting in the same work as Tinka in terms of politicking as much as what Meatball likes to call, you switching up. No, she knows what to do because at the end of the day, she's going to look out for her. Maybe you should do the same.
Yeah. When you think about it, right? Baddies is only a few weeks. I don't know how long, but it's only a few weeks. And you got Tinka who's capitalizing on an opportunity that only comes once. This is your time now. And Meatball wants to say, oh, she stole my personality. She said she stole my personality.
She said that?
Literally.
That's a dead giveaway. You're
Literally.
hating, bro. You're hating. You really thought you were going to get the Baddies chain and not Tink. But because Tink got it before you have an issue with that.
She went online and said, oh, she was flexing that she didn't even have to audition. Tink did. I deserve the baddie chain. And then she went on
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Isn't that, you see?
That she went on live recently and said that.
Right. But you do want to tell me that you're not hating?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I felt that energy from before.
You did.
You even told me about that live. That's the energy I felt because like you said, you have a point. She didn't have to audition to get on. She had her clout.
Yeah.
And that's how she got on. So she feels like she's entitled to it.
For sure.
Because she has her clout. But like, let's be real. Like Tink has more of a personality than you, Meat.
She's definitely acting very bitter.
Yeah.
And that's why they say that Slim Too Bad, she was jealous because Slim Too Bad was more of a friend in that short amount of time than Meatball ever was. And Slim Too Bad had to tell Meatball to stop talking behind Tinka and with all these other girls in the house.
Right.
Meanwhile, they've known each other since back in the day.
Right. But you want to say that that's your sister only when it conveniences you, when it benefits you. You want to talk about you didn't take me to Spain when it benefits you. But it's like, do you act like that?
Yeah.
Do you act like that? And then you wonder why she only flew you out to Miami and not Spain.
But the thing is to feel obligated.
That you deserve to go to Spain with her. Why?
Right.
And you know there are certain family members that act like that too. That feel so entitled when you go up or like, you know, do your big one and have a little bit of something for yourself. They feel so entitled to it as if they helped you get there.
Right.
And it's like, why can't you just support? If you had a good person, be happy for her. If you were happy for her and was just genuinely supportive, maybe you would have been in Spain.
Right. Who knows where you would be?
Maybe you would have been in Spain, but you have this bitter hater-ass attitude and she sees that. She knows that. And it's like at some point when you keep going and going and going and going with that, of course she's not going to want to be around you. So I could see how this got in the way of their relationship.
For sure.
But to blame it solely on the network is fucking wrong because you have to take accountability in your part too. I just feel like, yes, we know reality TV definitely splits people up, but I feel like your jealousy also did that. Your haterade also did that. So own up to that. But she's too immature. That's not something that she's going to own up to because she's not mature and she's still a hater. So haters don't want to own up to the fact that they're hating until they're mature.
And I hate to bring this up, but it's just an observation. You can feel free to say otherwise. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the effort that people put into their outfits is very telling, right? It's very important.
Make your first impression to people too.
When you go out, when you want to, you know, be a baddie, I feel like, look at E.T. Yes, it was cheaper clothing, but she tried.
Put together more than Meatball.
She tried, and sometimes it even looked like she tried. But the fact of the matter is, she tried. Meatball didn't even try. She literally looks like her work ethic is really showing. You know, you don't capitalize on the opportunity. You burn your bridges. And I'm not saying, again, that it's an easy setting to be in. I am very empathetic and understanding in all of that. But look at Biggie, for example, who was also real, who also didn't want to conform, but you know when to turn it on or off.
Yep.
You have to. That's how you
Even
succeed.
Krishan knew that. Even Krishan knew at times you just got to play their fucking game, which what she told Biggie. Remember when Biggie's first season, that's what Krishan told Biggie.
That's literally what she said, yeah.
After Biggie was crying in the kitchen. And again, this was Biggie's first experience, right? Krishan had to tell Biggie that. And now Biggie clearly knows.
Yeah.
She knows.
It's called politics, right? And that's just what happens when you're in that type of environment.
Because at the end of the day, y'all are coworkers. Like, let's be real. This is your job. It may look fun and cute and fine and dandy, but like, there's a lot of politics going on behind the scenes. And I guess that's the part that Meatball doesn't understand either. Because she's like, that's my sister. Yeah, but also, I feel like, you know, she's stuck in her ways too. Because she's like,
for sure,
I'm going to be real. I don't give a fuck. But I don't know. After a while, you realize you could be real without being too real. And she doesn't understand that dynamic or that balance. So it's bite her in the ass. And I know what that feels like. I was there. I was there, so I know what that feels like. So that's why I could tell you 100%. She's definitely hating, and she's definitely just wants to be stuck in her shit. Like, I don't care. I'm real. I'm gonna be real till the day I die. But certain environments, you can't be that real.
And yeah, it's true. There's shades and levels and doors and moments that.
And you don't know these people. Why are you being so fucking real to people you don't know? Like, that's crazy.
Not everyone deserves that.
Not everyone deserves that. I feel like it's a privilege to really know who I am. Exactly. It's a privilege to really know who the fuck I am 100%.
Right.
I don't like people knowing who the fuck I am 100%.
Right. So, exactly. No, for sure.
So I wanted to also touch on in that scene. I know we're like still on this, but that scene with Roelly, Tink, and Meatball. Roelly does talk about why she snuck Gretch, talking about how, that bitch was just running her mouth. This is what she said.
God.
Word for word. She said word for word, that bitch running her mouth, but she can't fight. Roelly, please act like you got some sense. This is why people call you a bully. Because you just said it yourself. You know she can't fight. Why is she talking so loud? Okay, and that's why you snuck her? That's why you snuck her? And this is what I'm saying. This is why people call you a bully, because what else are you there to do? But you sitting there talking about, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
I was misunderstood last season.
But like you're doing the same bullshit. Like, you really had no reason to hit Gretch. Plus, you're injured reserve, bitch. You just said on this just new episode you shouldn't be fighting. Why are you fighting Gretch?
It came out of nowhere.
Literally came out of nowhere.
No one talks about how Gretch got her back. She got her back.
She did.
She got her back. That's one thing about Gretch, man. She may be annoying, but
she is not backing down from nobody. So good for her. Good for her. And her comment about, over there with that quinceañera dress on. After you just said, I want to come in and apologize to the Latino community, but you say some shit like that.
Wait.
Is it because, why'd you say that? Is it because what? You know she's Puerto Rican, but like, isn't that?
No. Here, let me express how I feel about that, because I called that out, okay? And I was really upset because I already have my sentiments towards Roelly. Roelly reminds me of particular people of all color, black, white, don't matter, when they look at Latinos and they say, you're in America, speak English. Mm-hmm. Those are those type of people.
That's her.
Right? So when she says stuff like that guala guala bullshit and all that stuff, before all this like recaps and all this stuff that we were doing, I was very irritated. So I already know that she doesn't like the fact that when people are speaking a different language around her and she can't understand, right? She's one of those people, right? Meanwhile, it should be, bitch, go get an education and learn a different language. But, and so it pissed me off, right? Because I may be thinking too deep, but I feel like these are these things that are so deeply rooted,
so subconscious too,
that she doesn't even realize. But we're in America, right? Everybody celebrates Sweet 16. A quinceañera is solely for the Latino culture, right? That celebrates Sweet 15s.
Right.
And so for her to specifically say to Gretch that you're wearing a quinceañera dress, which did not look like a quinceañera
that was the first thing I said. I was like, that dress is so simple, skinny, and sleek. Quinceañera dresses are like big.
They're like wedding
grand.
dresses.
Yeah. Wedding dresses. They're like fluffy.
Yeah.
Like, she was so simple with that silky, simple dress, solid
color.
It
wasn't even cute.
Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
So the fact that she said that,
it just shows the I don't know if it's racism or
it's just her ignorance.
Ignorance.
I think it's just her ignorance.
Okay.
Like, severe ignorance.
I fucking was triggered. I was like, this is that shit. After you just sit there and ask for forgiveness to the Latino
community. This is why people talk shit about you, bro, online. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You may be cool outside of the TV shit, outside of the theatrics, but this is why people talk shit. So this is based on real shit. You want to sit there and talk about, I want to apologize, but then you make that comment, which again is showing your ignorance. It's showing your ignorance.
And it shows that you don't mean your apology.
She never did.
Right. Well, I knew that already, but that's just what I'm saying. Like, and that fucking pissed me off. I hated that. You know me, I was tight. I'm like, I hate people like her for real. You gave me time.
No, because we had to clock that. Because when she said that, I was like, you really can get so much information from these little scenes that they do
for sure.
talking amongst themselves. Like, outside of the fights, you get so much info from these little scenes.
I always say it's not about what they say, it's the details they choose to tell you. Because people are very particular. They'll tell you everything, but it's how they tell you and what they choose. The words they choose that's where you really get to know who they are as people.
Right. Because why did you say that?
Right.
And if you had any knowledge, you would know damn well that that's not a quinceañera dress. That's not how it looks. But again, your ignorance. It's showing. It's showing. Listen, maybe she is racist to the Latino people. Because
you telling me the way she treated Biggie in that first scene, in that first season, bro, in the auditions,
she is, because I know a lot of Black people that feel that way, and I feel like, what was the point of you apologizing to the community at this point? There was really no point.
For sure, just stand on it.
At that point, just at that fucking point, people already hate you. You're already villainized. Just stand on it. She probably couldn't deal with the backlash, I guess. I don't know.
She's just politicking. That's what it is. The same way she made up with Ahna Mac just in this last episode.
You're right. That's exactly what it is.
That's all it is. It's not real. It's to save face.
But she could have just apologized to Biggie. She didn't have to apologize to the Latino community.
She wanted to do that because it looked good, like, you know,
on camera.
Yeah, of course. Come on.
Okay.
Come on, because they're all fake at the end of the day. Right. Even Biggie, like, befriending Roelly. You know, that's all just business. Like, it's like they're not. I'm pretty sure, they may have good moments, but at the end of the day, I have good moments with certain coworkers. It doesn't mean I'm friends with them, or like I would really be chilling with them outside of work, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're good to work with because they have good personalities and cool, but some people, we just don't fuck with each other, like, you know, culturally or whatever. It just doesn't work. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. Whatever.
So moving on, whatever. After they're done with that little scene, that is when we see Mariah meet up with Tsiki, and going back to what we were saying, they're having a conversation about it. Mariah's really hurt that Ahna would even put her hands on her mother. And, you know, Tsiki was like, oh, you know, you guys should talk to each other. You should hear her side of the story. Mariah's like, there's no talking. I don't want to talk. It's up immediately. That's my mom. That's crazy. And, you know, this is why I say I really want to know why this was a thing. Why did your mother do this? So now I'm like, what shit were you talking? Because for your mom to know how she looks, to recognize her, to point her out, to talk shit and to threaten her and to hit her, you was talking shit with your mom. So at the end of the day, Mariah, yes, that's your mom, but this shit really goes back to you. What did you do and what did you say? At least own up to that with Ahna on your private conversations. But I don't even think offline in their private conversations that she owned up to that.
I think, whatever it was, I know that they talked about it after, and they, you know, even recently were like, okay, it's about to air. Like, I just want to make sure that, you know, we're good, and that they apparently squashed it.
Okay, so they squashed it.
Yeah, they apparently squashed it. All right, so I don't know, because
even recent lives just seems like
they fake.
You're right. But Ahna, sometimes it just feels like, we squashed it, but we didn't really squash it.
You know what it is. That's what I'm saying. It's that fake shit. It's that at any moment, I'm going to air you out if you piss me off. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how they all are. That's that industry, period. Like, when y'all see how, we were just talking about this, that the higher up you go in the industry, you start to see people hold blackmail on you. People really threaten you. And it's all for power. It's all for politics, y'all. So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised, like, you know, everybody's just smiling in each other's face just because, you know.
Yeah. All right. So we are obviously going to move on to the part where they eventually link up, you know.
Oh, Ahna and Mariah?
Correct.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Correct. I'm moving ahead. So Tsiki's in that room, Biggie's in that room, you know, Biggie's being her extra self, like, hold up. They like want them to talk first. Mariah's like, no, there's no talking. The two go at least like 4 rounds.
It was like slapping each other.
It was really slap boxing. I was just kind of over it because I already know with the both of them, that's really all it's gonna be, which is why I said on the last episode, next episode we're gonna see them have their little slap box, because that's what it is. So yeah, they slap box each other for 4 rounds. You know, people hype it up like, oh my God, Ahna got her. I mean, there was one time where she did, but honestly, to me, it was,
no one got nobody.
Ahna
got her with the words, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. She was talking shit.
She was talking mad shit.
She be talking shit. But one thing that she be ODing, yo. This is why Natalie was like, you got that mouth on you. You don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Yo.
Like, and she really don't. And she know, and she really don't care.
You try to be the star here. You couldn't even be the star.
Love and hip hop, yo. She was really clowning her, and then talking about we beating mamas. I was like, oh my God.
She did the knees. She said I had her mama on her knees. Yo, when she does the knees. Oh my God. It cracks me up. They're like two little elbows.
Yo, she is ridiculous for that. I was like, damn, they kind of ODing on her mom though. Like they were ODing. Like I get it. You already beat her up. You ain't gotta do all that.
Nah, when I'm mad,
you ain't gotta do all that.
If I could talk shit like that, that'd probably be me too. I ain't gonna hold you.
But I feel, I guess,
but
depends. It depends, right?
It comes
because I already felt bad that I beat your mother up. Like, and
true.
I get it. You wanted your one, so I would do that, out of respect. Mm-hmm. But to go as far as to talk shit about you and your mother, clowning on it, it was just too much. I was like, damn, Anna, like you already beat up her mom.
And
like,
even
calm down.
On top of that, which was crazy, is that. Anna on top of it was clocking, saying how Tsiki don't even fuck with you like that.
And that's something that I definitely want to talk about because I think it's true because the energy that we've seen, I feel like Tsiki and Mariah Lynn are like
industry friends.
Yeah.
They're not real friends.
They're not real friends. Or like, it's just like, hey, how are you? Distant and they hang out. It's cool, but it's not like y'all are like close.
I think that if they are, they're fake with each other.
I feel like Tsiki and Anna and Biggie, like they're friends. Mm-hmm. Like
they're house see it
even when they go out, they hang out outside of the house, and you see that energy even when they're on live with each other. I've never seen Mariah Lynn on live with Tsiki like that or just chopping it up. You always see Tsiki, Anna, and Biggie on live with Camila and with Sky too. They're always like chopping it up.
And that's the thing, right? Is that like Mariah Lynn was in House A for most of the season, and then when she got like exiled, that's when she started gravitating towards House B.
And it's the same shit we see when she got exiled again. Now she's hanging out with Gretch and Callie. Like you were never hanging out with Gretch and Callie, and now all of a sudden, so it's like you see a pattern here with her. She really latches onto people, and it's really disgusting and it's ugly. Yeah. But I do want to point out that I feel like. Mariah, after the whole fight, does mention to Tsiki, like, I feel like that's fucked up. I feel like you don't have my back. Tsiki gets upset. But honestly, like, if we're going to be real, you can't call her your sister and then in the same, breath, not have her back.
Right.
And that's what Tsiki did, because you could have told Anna to chill out. Yeah. You didn't. I get it. You don't want to be involved in their fight, but you could have done more to, like, be like, yo, chill.
Right.
Like, but not once did you tell Anna, like, yo, chill out. It kind of was like, you was also laughing.
She was laughing.
You were laughing at the shit.
They was giggling.
And like, I get it. Anna's funny. I get it, right? It's hard to not laugh. But damn, like, if you call
But if
someone
that was
else,
your sister.
Yeah.
If that was really your friend.
Right. Like, let's be real.
You would say something. Because if it was really not true, if somebody said something that was not true. That's what I'm saying,
because you stuck up for Anna and y'all are really close. So that's why I feel like you and Mariah Lynn maybe are not as close as you make it seem.
And you saw Biggie when Mariah was attacking Anna, you heard Biggie in the background. Why are you trying to hit her face? Why are you trying to hit her face? Because she has a fractured face. And you see, and then
it was so funny like because Mariah was like, look at your eye. And then Biggie was like, you good friend. And she said, eyelash. You good friend. Like, because it's true. Friends. They are friends. They're like at the end of the day, and Biggie said that. If it comes between y'all, I'm picking Anna. Why would I pick you? The fuck? Like, let's be real.
Tsiki's not being honest.
She's not being real.
I feel like she feels like she owes something because Mariah Lynn was there when Krishan and her friend did that. And, she was the one who had the conversation with her after. Yeah. She stuck up for her. She swung on, what's her name?
Yeah, but peep that Mariah is the only one that said, that's like my sister. I'll be your sister. Since your blood sister is not your sister. Mariah said that. Tsiki never said that. And Tsiki never told her to say that. So you already could tell. Mariah probably thinks of Tsiki more than Tsiki thinks of her.
100%.
And that's really the dynamic.
That's why some people say that there was intention behind sticking up for Tsiki. She needed to befriend someone who's stronger, bigger, and can protect her.
Exactly. And that's what I think too. I think the exact same thing.
Do you?
Because it seems like, which is why Anna was like, you always be on Tsiki's dick. You be sucking Tsiki's dick and Tsiki don't even fuck with you. But this is why, because it feels like with Mariah, there's always strategy behind something that she says.
Yeah.
Everything that she does, especially with the TV shit, it always feels strategic. Like she's trying to play her cards right. Always feels like that. It doesn't ever really feel genuine. And it's so funny because we got to talk about how DJ Sky.
Oh, shout out to DJ
How
Sky.
DJ Sky was laughing her ass off, talking about, ha ha, bitch, moi, no friends, no friends. Like, she was really like clowning her, bro. Did not care, because she was like, you know what? When you talk shit about me, you was having a grand time. Now it's my turn. And with those messages leaked by Baggage Claim.
Yeah, it's so
This
random.
is something that we got to talk about. So Baggage Claim, Rachel Maserati, I think that's her name. So she auditioned for Baddies East. And if you don't know who she is, you're probably going to have to look her up. But she is Baggage Claim, where she was just like, oh, I'll knock any of these bitches out. Natalie was like, who you gonna knock out right now? She said, I'll knock any of these bitches out. And literally, with the mic in hand, went boom to the other girl. Like, it was so hard.
It was a funny moment.
It was a shocker, which is why it was like all over when her audition part came. So that is who Baggage Claim is. That is essentially it.
Made a whole Sims version of that.
I did. I really did.
It's so funny.
Yeah, so that is Baggage Claim. And she released some text messages allegedly between her and Mariah Lynn. Where Mariah, in these text messages, she's talking shit about tesehki. Saturday, July 6th at 10:44 a.m. So I guess Baggage Claim says, damn sis, how you unfollow me over hosting but ain't unfollowed tesehki for not jumping in, and she's there with you, shaking my head. So Mariah responds to her and says, you have to understand, these people are my coworkers, babe. Y'all are more like family to me. That's why I unfollowed you, because I knew it would catch your attention. Everything gets noted, sissy, including that whack bitch not helping. Trust me. So that is the text messages that was leaked. And now Mariah is claiming that they are fake.
Can I just say something real quick? Because it sounds like the way she would respond.
It does.
It
right? Sounds like it. Even with my coworkers, babe. Yeah, that's her voice.
And then the second thing is, it goes to really reflect the way Mariah Lynn thinks, right? She literally said, that's why I unfollowed you, because I knew it would get your attention. That sounds like high school. That sounds like high school me. And it sounds like everything Mariah Lynn does, aka Bianca, hey, doing the big, like all these text messages, being sneaky. She's the girl that calls you and has Natalie on silent on the other line and gets you to talk shit about Natalie. That's the type of person Mariah Lynn is. She reminds me of girls I used to know. So it's like,
okay, I'm done.
All right. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's annoying. She's very childish.
Very childish.
And she's mad old.
Yeah.
Isn't she old? She's like 30-something, right?
I guess. You're going to have to look that up. She should be.
30. Oh, all right. She's not that old. She's 34. She look old.
She does look like she's older, but whatever. So then tesehki, she posts, she says, I love myself and my movements. Lord, I hope this is fake, about the messages, right? So then that's when Mariah's like, oh, those texts aren't real and all this stuff. And I honestly think that that's a lie. tesehki even went on live and was trying to defend Mariah and say, yeah, they're not real. And I'm just like, what kind of like relationship do you and Mariah have at this point? Like, I'm really just trying to wonder.
I'm telling you, I feel like she feels like she's obligated to be her friend because of how she felt the first time being on Zeus and her sister betrayed her. I feel like there's like that trauma bond type thing there. I feel like that's the, because honestly, bro, there is one common denominator in all of this. You're telling me that Mariah Lynn just so happens to be taking all these L's with no contribution to her being shady or no contribution or her being a fake bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone else is the problem and Mariah Lynn is not.
Right.
It's weird. And we've seen Mariah Lynn's mom get involved, her family get involved before. We know that her mom struggles with substance abuse. She said it.
Yo.
This is stuff that, Mariah Lynn has publicly said on reality TV, has gone on interviews. These are things you could look up. You're telling me that none of this is all like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no problem. Mariah Lynn, I think, is a huge problem. She's a fake ass bitch.
So then after they tried to say that the text messages were fake, DJ Sky in the comments on one of the posts, right, she wrote in the comments, it's funny to me because, and tagged Baggage Claim and was like, because she was holding on to those messages and I told her, don't let these people make you look like a liar. And she listened. Moi, no friends. What? Then she said her BS and lying ways caught up to her real bad. Like, we've been said this and nobody believed it. But when it's her best friend, y'all believe it. Okay, moi, got the receipts.
Yo, first of all, I want to say shout out to DJ Sky because while the auditions and all like Slim, Roelly's ex-friend, whatever, was sitting there for the like the fourth audition, looking down bad. You got all these people coming back to Zeus wanting to be a part of it. Shout out to DJ Sky because she's booked and busy, was in a different country with French Montana, doing bigger things, industry things. So shout out to her because at the end of the day, you know, they loved clowning on her. Right. But in the real industry outside of the Baddies world, she really
got
doing
more motion than you, Mariah.
She doing her thing. So shout out to DJ Sky. And like she said, yo, the truth always comes out. I believe anybody DJ Sky got beef with, I feel like, because it's hard to have beef with her. Mm-hmm. So if she don't fuck with you, I feel like, yo, I don't know. I feel like there's something wrong. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just me. I mean, I could be wrong. I hope DJ Sky don't disappoint me one day.
Well, so that is pretty much it. So now this is where we will be moving on to episode 14.
So before we move on, I actually wanted to touch on one more thing. The fact that Mariah is definitely taking L's this season. For sure. Like 100% because the auditions just happened and when she got out the Uber, they were all booing her, throwing shit at her. Yeah. She got into a fight.
It's bad.
It's bad, yo. And then she got to the point where she's like, yeah, I'm quitting. She's not coming back. Do you believe that?
I mean, I hope that she doesn't come back, but I don't know because they always be saying that. And then, well, just they're back.
That's true.
You know, because at the end of the day, money talks. So she may just go back because, yep, that check is nice. But, you know, maybe she won't because you can tell that this season took a toll on her mental health. You could tell. Mm-hmm. You could tell with Asian Doll. And then her mother, I think it was also, that's why she invited her mom to begin with, because it was taking a toll on her mental health. She needed her mother, especially after the fight with Asian Doll.
Yeah.
So that was the big thing.
Got the eye messed up.
Yeah. Then that was the big thing. And then the whole thing with Ahna, that's another thing. Mm-hmm. And her mom, Ahna being on her mom, it's just like, when are you guys going to realize that this is just not the environment for that? Mm-hmm. If you want to be mentally stable, just don't go on this show.
And I also wanted to point out, I don't really think Mariahlynn has true friends on that show because you notice how the only person that went to go check on
was
Mariah
Callie. And that's another thing I wanted to say too. I was like, tesehki didn't even go check on her, but she claims, oh yeah, we're sisters. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, and not even Biggie. Nobody went to go check on her.
Moving on to the next episode that just dropped.
Episode 14.
Episode 14. It was definitely a boring ass episode. So we do have some stuff to say because we still gotta clock it. In this episode, Asian Doll does come back. Mm-hmm. She does come back and she's like, yeah, I'm ready to turn up with the girls. The girls decide that they're gonna go ziplining. Mm-hmm. And it was like they ziplined from morning to night.
That was mad ziplining.
I was like, damn, I'll be over it. Where's the food? Like, I'm hungry. I had enough adrenaline for today. I'm ready to go. Whatever. So they did that. The girls were scared, but they did it. The replacements.
Yeah, this is where we were supposed to meet the replacements.
Right, but we didn't really meet the replacements. They didn't get their, I guess, camera time. They didn't get shown. Why are they there?
They were in the car, and then one of the girls go, oh, yeah, big J.O. I haven't seen J.O. And then all of a sudden,
she's not there no more.
Abruptly, we get her goodbye confessional or whatever.
We never even saw her. And then she's like, oh, yeah, my brother, I just need to go. My brother needed me to come back. Why? I don't know what was going on with that. It was very abrupt. It was just like, why are you here to
I'm surprised she even got a goodbye, like confessional thing. Because I'm like,
we don't even see you enough.
I forgot about her. Yeah.
Like, I guess out of like respect, I guess, because she still was there. But I mean, I was just over it. I was honestly over it. Because my thing is, I just wonder how much are these replacements getting paid to not even have camera time?
You know what? And it's no coincidence that they're all from the auditions who I feel like they had no real clout prior to this. And that's what I feel like, Lemmy is not dumb. He's a very smart man. And I see right through it because what he did was he noticed that the auditions were getting backlash. People were upset at this auditions for this particular season. So what he did was not only incentivize these girls to come for money, but then he also said, we're going to listen to y'all. Basically, this is what he gave us the initial thought he was going to listen to the audience. So he picked more people and even gave chance to more people who auditioned because that was a big criticism. He brought them onto the show. But it's like the little fine print at the bottom that said, hey, we're going to, everything's included. You get your room for free. We'll even pay for you to be there. You'll probably get about $5,000 for us to waste your time.
Yeah.
For us to waste your time, even, and I don't even know 5,000, but let's just say 5,000 to waste your time, to barely get camera time. And then you're just there.
It might be less than that, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're not even on camera.
That's what I'm saying. And they're like, fuck it, free food, free this, free that. And then I get paid only $2,500. It's money. So it's like, you know what? Just to be there, why not? That's how I feel like he did it. And he's smart, so he didn't have to invest much on them, but still give the audience what they wanted. Mm-hmm. Very, very slick motherfucker. Yeah. I see right through him, yo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because I'm like, y'all can't be getting paid a lot because this is like ridiculous. Like, y'all are replacements, but they really got you going everywhere with these girls.
And not giving you no camera time.
I never see you. We forget that you even are on the show.
For sure. We don't remember your name. You're in the background.
Don't remember your name at all. And when you are in the parties, you are in the background.
Yeah.
Like,
the slow-mo, the B-roll.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is up with these replacements? Like, what's the point?
You know for a fact that if these girls had clout or any type of thing going on, like big industry thing, they would not be wasting their time there for nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Lemmy wouldn't get away with that. But because these girls are looking for that opportunity and they, they're probably regular people, like, you know what I'm saying? Regular girls that want to do something for themselves. They see it. That's like us, like not that when we used to get told, oh yeah, we're going to pay you this amount of money. But if the YouTube channel goes up and, they will pay you in clout. That's what they do. That type thing. That's the energy it's giving. Right. Because we don't know who the fuck these replacements are and they're just dragging them along.
Right. Yeah, I don't see the point at this point.
And then that whole scene plays out and we don't even get to see them.
Yeah. The ziplining happens and we don't even get to see like an introductory or them interacting or any of that.
It was like they skipped that part. It was just
skipped out. It was edited out. So I'm like, why even mention the replacements if you weren't going to mention that? I guess the van scene was the only part that they included. I guess that was their part. I don't know.
I have a confession to make. The episode was so fucking boring. I did fall asleep for like the whole ziplining part.
Did you?
I did. I totally did.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was just like, this is fucking boring. I woke up to Natalie crying on the zipline. Like, why is this bitch crying?
That was pretty much it. It was just a bunch of B-roll of them going back and forth. And then after that, Natalie really, I couldn't, first of all, I get being scared, but she had a full-on panic attack. And it's not funny, but low-key, I was cracking up a little bit because she really said, I can't do it. Like, she really was doing that. I was like, ew, I never heard you sound like that in my damn life.
She in the club like, yeah.
Yo, she was really like freaking out so bad that she really needed the other guy to zipline with her.
I know, it's pretty wild.
It was bad. Talk about a phobia. Like that was fear. That's more than just your regular I'm scared. That was giving a phobia. Like you have a phobia of heights. I couldn't believe it. She was really crying and like hyperventilating. I'm like, ew, what the fuck? You want to talk about I run up?
Nah, yo, that's mad funny.
That's going to become a meme. Natalie, you about to become a meme because that's crazy.
I swear, I woke up and what the fuck? Then it's dark time. I'm like, what happened? Like,
yeah.
I know I didn't sleep for that long, but this fucking shit is boring right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with no fighting scenes, but like with like some type of content, there was nothing.
Substance.
Right,
like,
that's the
just
word.
Went ziplining.
There was no conversation while ziplining. There's just B-roll of ziplining.
Yeah.
With some pictures of Arecibo, Puerto Rico, and stuff like
that. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Just the fact, I just couldn't. For me, I couldn't believe that the guy had to really zip line with Natalie. Yeah, that's how you know it was really bad.
No, for sure.
That's how you know it was
she
really
did it though.
bad.
I guess I got to give her credit. She still did it.
She did it while covering her face
and
like, I was like, damn, yo, that was crazy. That was crazy. So one thing I do want to clock is that, you know, Ahna, and after that whole thing, Ahna and Roelly, they do have their little sit down. And that's when Ahna decides, oh, I want to apologize to you because, you know, I don't want us to be fighting. We have no reason to be fighting. Da, 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 da. And then Roelly mentions a comment talking about how, yeah, people want to attack us. Bitch, nobody attacked you. You fucking snuck Gretch.
Yeah.
Let's keep that same energy. Again, this is the thing. Mm-hmm. Why are you talking nonsense out of your mouth?
That's what she does.
You are talking nonsense out of your mouth, and then you wonder why people are just not fucking with it. Mm-hmm. You wonder why. You really said they want to attack us, but you are the one that attacked and snuck Gretch. Mm-hmm. Please be for real. Like, oh,
she wants to, again, she does that. She, first of all, she brings herself into it. Ahna was talking about, you know, their beef or whatever. And then she wants to be like, they attack us. Like, okay, bitch, shut up. Like,
right. We're not talking about that.
Right. We're not talking about you.
Talking about that. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, are you delusional? Like, I feel like at this point, you may be a little delusional. I'm just over it. So, of course, now the next part that we gonna chat about, the girls have to get ready because it's Lemmy's birthday. It's Boss Man, a.k.a. Mr. I Want to Be a Baddie so bad. It's his birthday. So, you know, they're having a pregame. That's the pregame first. And then the next episode, we find out, oh, we were invited to the party. We got to come to the party. Okay. The pregame. They get ready. They go. I just want to point out at the fact that all of the confessionals we get it. We know that Lemmy is the CEO. We know that. We don't have to constantly have each confessional shoved down our throats saying it's Boss Man's birthday. It's the boss. Yeah, Mr. CEO. We got to make Boss Man happy. Yeah. We can't look bad in front of Boss Man. Don't embarrass the boss. It was so cringe. Like, no, because it was cringe. That's how it felt. Every confessional back to back was sucking Lemmy's dick. Yeah. And I get it. Rightfully so. I get it.
As you cringe while saying it.
Right, because I don't feel good about saying it. But like, I understand there's a level of respect because you are the CEO. But there feels like this is a little bit of narcissism. And knowing that he's also in the editing room too, it just feels so fucking narcissistic. Like, you really are that insecure that you need that much validation. That's what it gives to me. That's what it gives, because why the fuck do we need to hear back to back that you're the boss? We already know that you're the fucking boss.
That was it.
Like, that shit was so fucking ugly to me. Like, we already know you're the boss. I don't need to hear the whole episode. Like, you want to be a baddie so bad, bro.
That was it. Beautifully said.
Like, you're a cast member at this point. You're a cast member.
First of all, 2 episodes, 1.5 maybe of him. I was like telling Tiana, I'm like, yeah, yo, he want to be a baddie.
I'm calling him a baddie now. He's a baddie because he was in
Glorilla's music video, looking all like with his little black sunglasses. I'm like, bro, he wanna shake his ass so bad.
He was really, he was in the Zeus office behind the table signing papers and shit with his shades. He thought he was so cute.
You know what he thought he looked like? A boss man. I'm telling you, he loves that.
He loves it.
It's kind of weird.
He loves doing these little reels of himself and these short videos of himself. It's like, you know, the guys that be always taking selfies of themselves and the videos they be posting and be doing all this shit like they cute. That is what he does. And honestly, my nigga, you a baddie, because that's what a baddie does. And I feel like that's so unattractive.
For you. Yeah, for you. I know that's you hurt. Yo, Tiana was cringing. I ain't gonna lie. I was cringing too when they were doing the boss man thing. And it's more than just a show. You see it online.
Yes, it's
you see
everywhere.
the accounts he's associated with,
God.
the accounts he pays for, they all reference him as boss man. And it's kind of maybe, look, I get it, but it still makes me fucking cringe. That's it. Like, if that's what you're going to do, hey, man, listen, I don't even know. Maybe if I want to say that as a human, if I was working in that environment, would I call him that? Maybe, because I'm like, yo, what a boss man. Like, maybe if that's what he likes to hear, right? But it just reflects him.
His ego.
At the end of the day, reflects him.
And maybe he has a fragile ego too, because I just don't understand why your dick needs to be sucked so much.
Yeah.
I feel like I would feel uncomfortable.
Or how about that girl that was in the auditions? I don't even
like attention like that.
You saw the girl that was in the auditions where he was walking, you tell, but he's like slowing down because there's people, and this girl comes up to him on the video and was like, starts twerking on him, and then basically kind of like throwing shade towards Scotty. Like, this is my man. You'll find it. It's like a thing online. And guess what? He did. He just like kind of like smirked and didn't do nothing. I feel like, and I don't know, but I feel like he likes that shit.
He does.
You know?
He does. We know he does. I'm sorry. After seeing his little baddie montage reels, after seeing he loves to do his little slow-mo with I hate when guys do that. It's so ugly to me. Just focus on your fucking job.
Yo, we know you got
respect,
money. Bro,
and right, real. Like, respectfully so. We know you got bread. We know how smart you are. We know.
Respect your business.
We don't have to fucking see slow-mo videos of you flexing in your Zeus office, signing shit and putting necklaces on and counting money and slow-mos of you slow-mos
There's
of
no
him
content.
Just standing
There's
there.
No substance.
Just slow-mo of him standing there posing, and then in front of the big house, and even then talking about it's a mansion. It's lemmy because it's a big ass mansion. I'm like, bitch, how many mansions y'all been in already?
It's the biggest of their mansions, and that's what we knew.
Like, even saying that's the biggest mansion I've ever seen. Like, oh my God, we get it.
Right.
How much dick fucking sucking are you gonna do?
For sure.
It really just felt I was throwing up in my mouth.
She was.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Like, I get it. You're the boss. I don't need to. I hate those types of environments. Mm-hmm. I really do. Yeah. And then, knowing that, I'm sure he walks around a certain way, expecting girls to treat him a certain way just because he's the boss. And that's the shit that pisses me off. I've been in like work environments like that where there are certain men that will not even say good morning to you because they want you to say it to them first because they know that they're the fucking boss. Like, my nigga, you could put your fucking ego aside and say hello, especially since you saw me first. I didn't see you. So I hate that shit. So I feel like he probably, I don't know if he acts like that. I don't know if he does. But just the energy of like constantly saying boss, 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 because that was that work environment I was in too. They was constantly saying boss, 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 sir, 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 sir. And I get it. There's respect, right? But I feel like he didn't have that same respect. I didn't like that. And like, you don't have to suck my dick, but like, if you see me, say good morning. The fuck? Mm-hmm. Why do I have to? It was weird. I remember, and I'm going to say this quick little story time. I worked at this place. I'm not going to say any fucking names. I worked at this fucking place. There was this guy. He was the boss. You could tell he was the boss when he walked in the fucking room, right? He had on his fucking suit and shit, and niggas was around him, and everybody was like, oh, shh, he's coming. Like, it was like that energy. Every time this guy walked in the room, it was like, oh my God, he's coming. Shh. Make sure everything's good. Like, just do your fucking job and stop fucking hyperventilating and having anxiety because the boss is coming in the room. So that was the energy already. So I was already like, oh my God. And so, mind you, I was in the room. I didn't see this man come into the control room at all. My back was turned, right? Nobody said anything. So he's standing there whole time. I'm talking, to someone else about something that we're doing. I turn around, looks at me. I look at him. Man doesn't say anything. Just looks at me.
He said nothing.
Mind you, I'm new.
No smile.
No smile.
Just
so
staring.
I just staring at me. So I just said, hello. Then he said, hi.
That's just awkward.
It was awkward. But he was just like, he looked like, see, the way it was an energy with his hands in his pockets, just looking at me like he expected a fucking good morning from me because he's the boss man. And it fucking killed me. It fucking killed me. Because I was like, human fucking decency, just say hello. When I see someone first, I say hi because you can't see me, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to say something for you to see me. He literally stared me down. It was like a competition of who has the bigger dick. That's how it felt with this man. And I was like, you know what? I'm new, so I'm not even going to start no problem. So I just said, hello. And then he was just like, hello.
And then that's it. He walked away.
That was it. And then I think like, that was it. He didn't even shake my hand or anything. He didn't even introduce himself to me either, knowing I'm new. It was just so ugly.
Tiana was very triggered.
So I don't like that. I don't like those environments. I don't like that. So if you're going to be that, don't get involved. Going back to you now, you're so fucking involved in this baddie shit. You're involved in the mess. You're involved in the tea. You're involved in your baddie montage reels, right? Why are you so involved? If you're going to be the boss, just be the boss and stay behind the scenes. You're like acting like Natalie part 2.
I was just going to say it's the same criticism that Natalie gets.
Right? But the CEO should really just not. Like, he used to be like that.
He used to be like that. He didn't want to be on camera at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what he looked like. You're the one who pointed him out when we saw him. You're like, that's the CEO.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Now I see him everywhere. Mm-hmm. He wants to be
seen. He wants to be seen so bad. I don't know what that's about.
I also want to talk about, right, how Jayla in the limo was talking to Meatball because Meatball was getting tight that the replacements were coming. And we were jumping around a little bit, whatever. We forgot this part. But that the replacements were coming to the party and she like was intimidated. It felt intimidating. And I felt like this energy here is the same energy you see with Tink. Mm-hmm, like she was just so mad to the point where Jayla's like, it's not a joke.
Yeah, because she was talking about stabbing bitches up and shit or whatever. Really weird. I don't know if that was just like a slang thing with her. I don't know if she really literally meant stabbing bitches up or if it was like a figurative of speech or not. But I guess when she was saying that, then Jayla, I guess, decided to get into her spiritual ways and give a bitch a pep talk. And I feel like she's always doing that with a ghetto bitch. I'm sorry, but I feel like, Jayla, you're always trying to fucking little sis these ghetto bitches. And like,
she did it with Krishan.
She did it with Krishan too. Yeah, like it's just, oh my God, girl. Like I'm sorry. And I'm going to say this now. I feel like females that act like Jayla really irritate me because I feel like they don't even walk in their truth, but they love to put up this facade of I'm so spiritual, I'm so godly, I'm so classy, I wear white everywhere I go, I know my standards, I'm this, that, and the third. And it be bitches like that be letting like stupid niggas dog you out. So, you know, I get very irritated because is this really who you are? Is this really who you are? And I get it. It is. She's been acting like this since Bad Girls Club. Yeah. But it is also annoying because it is these same females that love to put up this facade. But in reality, probably a guy that you're messing with is treating you like dirt.
Right.
Dirt, dog shit, and scum on the face of the earth. But you want to act like you are so godly and holier than thou and better than other fucking females. And it really is infuriating.
Did Meatball actually pull out a knife though?
No. I didn't see. Did you see that?
I was sleeping, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, she was just chatting. I didn't see her pull out anything, but I guess
see some comments like, oh, I don't know. Maybe
I didn't see it. Maybe she did. Pause right here because right after we recorded this episode, right after we were done doing all that hard work is when I actually saw the footage of Meatball pulling out the knife, okay? I saw the footage and I also found out the real reason that J.O. left is because production was concerned for her safety because Meatball had these threats. And because Meatball had the clout, they kept Meatball instead of sending her home, which to me is really fucked up. This is like extremely unacceptable. I feel like to really threaten someone's livelihood and you're still on the show is insane. Like, Meatball, let's be real. You and J.O. never had no serious beef for you to be even doing all of that. It was never that deep. Unacceptable. You need to leave immediately. You should have been sent the fuck home. You have to go. And now I understand why Jayla was going so hard, because she saw her pull out the knife. So disregard everything I said about Jayla, even though, sometimes her holier than thou attitude still annoys me. But I understand now why she went so hard. They saw her pull out the knife. To me, that is a fucking no-no. And honestly, it really does show how she's pussy. Because when she did have a one-on-one with J.O., J.O. beat her up. So because you can't win in a one-on-one fight, you were just gonna stab her? Like, Meatball, you gotta go. I'm sorry. Okay, now back to the episode.
I don't. Can y'all tell us if she pulled out a knife or not? Because I dead ass was sleeping in and out this whole episode. Because like apparently, when we read the comments, I'll tell you something that also I didn't catch because I was sleeping.
So I mean, I guess that was the energy she sensed that she was really aggressive and was really gonna probably do something stupid. So that's why Jayla was like giving her the pep talk. And Jayla's right. Don't ruin your life. But yeah, long story short, I feel like Jayla always trying to fucking little sis these ghetto bitches. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I only brought that up because I'm like, again, it reflects the way Meatball thinks with other like people in general. Like she's just very she's intimidated to the point where I just felt like
maybe she's insecure.
Well, duh, that's where it comes from for sure.
But also, it's like she doesn't try.
That's why people were fucking when she walked into Lemmy's party looking like that.
Because she's not ugly.
She literally, imagine the boss man inviting you to his birthday party and you showing up the way she showed up.
Yeah. Not cute.
I don't care if you dress any other way, wherever. You want to wear your hats and shit, that's cool. But you showing up to your boss man's party like that?
Yo, for real.
Time and place, girl.
For real. Time and place.
Time and place. There, when you gotta wear, you know what I'm saying? When you wear a suit, you gotta wear a suit, right? You're not showing up to the wedding looking like that. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I'm saying there's a time and place for everything, yo.
Right.
The fuck she look crazy. Yeah. Walking into that party looking like that, you want to be a baddie?
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so that is essentially where the episode, before the episode ends,
yeah.
Big Kiva. Big fucking Kiva. And that's how you know I forgot about it, because it was so irrelevant to me. Big Kiva, I guess, I don't know what's going on. Apparently she's talking to Tesehki and it was just like weird. So Tink went over there just to ask if everything was okay. And I guess Big Kiva was like, oh, why are you always trying to stand up or talk for somebody else or some shit like that? Why are you always involving yourself or some shit like that? And then it started to turn into a little altercation. Then Big Kiva wanted to fight. Security held her back because, why are we doing this? But I thought that was so weird. I was like, oh God.
Big Kiva's just trying to find her spot.
Yeah,
that's it. Because not for nothing though, I don't blame her, because if this is the only time the cameras are rolling, I'm gonna find the fight, because y'all not giving me opportunity.
Shit,
right? Who the fuck is Big Kiva?
Yeah, she's one of the replacements,
right? I don't know her. I never had
the replacement. The replacement. You don't remember that show?
No.
The Replacements. It was on Disney Channel.
Oh shit.
Is the replacement? You don't even
sounds
care.
familiar.
Okay.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Yo, my random outburst of singing songs is hilarious.
But before we end, I do want to read some comments that were left underneath the episode, because there were a few of them that I thought were pretty funny. So this is something I missed. I don't know if you saw it. Someone wrote, why did they zoom in on Diamond's corn on her toe? And I saw mad comments.
I did not.
I saw Mac. Did y'all see that shit? Because apparently they zoomed in on a corn on her toe. I don't know. I was sleeping.
So petty, yo. And the fact that it stayed in there is crazy.
No, for sure.
They do not care.
They're funny. That's funny. I wish I saw it. But I was wondering if you saw it.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Someone said, Big Rib Keej Kiva, always trying to do her big one in 2 seconds of screen time that she gets.
It's so true. That's how I felt. I was like, damn, Big Kiva, you wanted your moment so bad.
No, for real.
To the point where it almost feels so rushed and it's not organic. But then again, can you blame her? Because they're not getting any type of camera time. So any type of window time she gets, she's going to take that moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this one person said, Meatball claimed she got all these hands, but was scared pulling out a blade. That's the comment I saw.
What?
I don't get it.
Yeah, but what?
She does talk a lot though. Cause she also
I need to see where she pulled that out.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that shit.
Did y'all see a blade? I don't know.
That's crazy.
But yeah, anyways, I wanted to read some of the comments.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But there was a lot of those comments in particular. There was multiple of those people clocking it. Like the corn on the toe was wild. There were so many people who peeped that shit.
But pulling out a blade is like,
yeah, I don't know. I'm confused about that.
I don't know. Well, you were sleeping, so I don't know if she pulled it out, or on that episode, or if there's something else. But I don't have no idea. But yeah, essentially that is, what happened in the episode. Security breaks it up, but we do see in the next episode that, they're like, okay, we're invited to the party, right? They're going to the party, but you also see Big Kiva and Tink, I guess, get their one-on-one.
Yeah.
And then we have E.T.
E.T.'s back.
E.T. makes her special appearance, and we already know E.T. and Roelly fight. Come on. But I just want to know how that's going to go down. I just want to know the energy because it already looks like it's going to be some extra shit. Mm-hmm. People are saying that Roelly apparently beat E.T. up, but I don't know if I believe that. I'll probably believe it when I see it. So I guess we will wait and see what next week's episode brings us. Yeah. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Definitely comment your thoughts below on what you thought. What did you peep? Is there something we missed? Is there something that maybe you have a different take on certain things? Do you agree? Do you disagree? All of that is well appreciated. We always read the comments anyway.
For sure.
So where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You can find me on Instagram at Randomania1. And you can find us on Instagram at The Petty Headquarters. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Petty Headquarters. It is so simple. Look at that. And we are on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast on, we are on there. We're not just on YouTube. We are also, again, we're podcasts. This is a visual version. We release episodes every Tuesday at 4. Okay. And something we have been thinking about is starting to do double uploads. It's still in the air, but this is something that we are working on. So there may be a double upload this week or so. So be on the lookout for that. So again, if you made it to the end, thank you so much. And yep, this was your weekly dose of mess. Look at you. Now you want to say it with me? Look at you.